We're rolling.
So yeah, it cleared up.
Hey, let me start the podcast.
I know that was me doing a bit, starting the.
Just wait for me to.
The podcast started when we were talking about something sensitive. That's the bit I was trying to do.
Let me start it, please. And welcome to Redheaded Stepchild with.
Oh, is that Mike? You want me to say my name or your name?
No, your name.
My name, Sohrab. My name is Sohrab.
And Sohrab, you are Mexican?
Get the out of here. I feel like if you put me in a boxing ring, I do look more Mexican than I am. You put me in a soccer field or a boxing ring.
Yeah.
People are going to assume I'm Mexican.
You're not.
No.
Well, that up the next couple questions, but I'm going to ask them anyway.
Why don't you clear your throat before you...
I had a weird weekend, man. I had a weird week. But how do you feel about Cinco de Mayo?
In general?
Yeah.
You know, God bless them. Let them have some fun.
God bless them. And who is Cesar Chavez?
You mean the man who was a proponent for unionization and
I have no idea who he was. I see a lot of streets named after him. I've asked every guest. I've gotten different answers.
I believe Cesar Chavez was from Argentina, I think.
He's in a lot of Mexican neighborhoods.
He is?
I don't know. Maybe there are a lot of Mexicans in Argentina.
Well, Cesar Chavez was an advocate for like farm workers and stuff, but I don't remember what country he was from.
Oh, he helped farmers.
Farm hands.
Farm hands.
Yeah.
Mexicans.
Well, let's calm down on just...
In Mexico, though. They'd be Mexicans if they're in Mexico.
I don't feel comfortable making these inappropriate guesses about people's ethnicity.
That's fine. Cesar Chavez is definitely Mexican. That I know.
I don't think he is Mexican, though. I really don't think so.
You know what we're going to do about it?
There's a computer right there. We could look at it. We just look.
No, we're gonna wonder. We're going to wonder.
It's time to play a game, actually. Let's do it. This one is, I'm going to read you a quote, and you're going to guess if it's Trump who said it or Taylor Swift.
Okay.
All right. I don't think I've met anyone who has a harder work ethic than me, and I don't say that in a cocky way.
That sounds like Taylor Swift because it wasn't as rambly. Trump kind of rambles a little bit. He would have mentioned like someone wrote me a beautiful letter. He always mentions a letter. I'm very hardworking. Everyone says so.
All right.
Someone wrote me a beautiful letter about how I work so hard. That sounds like Taylor Swift.
You're right. Rabbit is Taylor Swift.
Wow.
I find her very attractive.
I don't. I think she's all elbows and knees. She looks very bony to me.
I think that's what I'm into.
Yeah, you like the suburban lady. White suburban.
I've never listened to a note of her music, but I find her attractive.
You know what I just realized? What? I've never seen a white suburban.
A car?
The car. They're beige or black all the time.
Who makes the Suburban?
Chevy.
Yeah, okay.
Is that right? Chevy Suburban?
Yep. We'll look up if Chevy makes a Suburban.
All right, look up.
We're not going to look up if Cesar Chavez what country he's correctly.
He's obviously Mexican because
he's not Mexican.
There's a dozen supermercados named after him.
I understand that.
Where's he from, Johnny?
Where's who from?
Cesar Chavez.
I don't know, Mexico?
Well, look it up.
I'm going to lose my
Shall we use AI on this?
You could use Google.
You want to give it a Google?
Cesar Chavez was actually born in Arizona.
Okay, sure. But where is he from?
Mexico.
Oh, God damn it.
Told you.
Okay, I apologize.
Argentina. Yeah, that doesn't make no f***ing sense. Hey, that makes a question. That makes a good question. What's your favorite race?
The Indy 500 is pretty fun to watch.
No. What's your favorite race? Gotta pick one. You love them.
I'm gonna go. These they don't get enough credit. I'm gonna go with the Kiwis. I'm gonna go with New Zealand.
Love a Kiwi.
New Zealand's fantastic.
I had two best friends from New Zealand growing up, Aaron and Adamamu.
Also, you ever eat a Kiwi? It's delicious.
They make my lips itch, but I power through every time.
You gotta eat. I eat them with the skin on.
I do too. That's when my lips itch. You think I'm taking the time to? Have you seen people with the spoons? It's
Who's got the time?
Don't be a pussy. Just eat the kiwi. who's got the not the farmhands after Cesar Chavez?
Well,
got
yeah,
done.
because he implemented the changes that would mean that they wouldn't have to peel every kiwi.
Hey, I got a question for you though. There's a couple questions I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna answer them in terms of if you disagree or agree.
Okay.
So there's slightly disagree, definitely disagree, slightly agree, and definitely agree. You got it?
I'm on board.
Okay. I often notice small sounds when others do not.
Agree.
Slightly or definitely?
Slightly.
When I'm reading a story, I find it difficult to work out the character's intentions.
Wait, is this an autism test?
No.
Are you making me take an autism test?
No.
Okay, what was the question?
When I'm reading
I heard some small noises and I lost.
yeah. It's more of a personality test.
Okay.
When I'm reading a story, I find it difficult to work out the character's intentions.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree. I find it
But
easy.
also, who wrote the story? You know, is it cut and dry? Is it like a, you know, are you reading Jack Reacher? Are you reading a Lee Child's novel where you know Jack Reacher's in a room and he wants to punch someone? Or are you reading something complicated like James Joyce where you have no idea what the characters want or what they're even doing that day?
Let's say it's Tolstoy. You ever read Tolstoy?
Yeah, I feel like every character's intentions are pretty much written on their sleeve. They just want food.
Yeah, they're Russian.
All very hungry.
They're Russian and poor.
They're Russian and poor.
That's actually a good segue. What is your least favorite race?
Hold on, I didn't get a.
Well, I gotta tell you, not fond with the Jews right now.
They're asking a lot of questions.
I've been watching the news, Brad, but they're kind of getting on my nerves a little bit.
They're asking a lot of questions on these podcasts.
Least favorite race, I'm going Austria-Hungary.
I was going to say Russia, so we're in the same
No,
area.
I got no beef with. I'm too scared. We're in Chicago. The Russian mob is very present here.
Oh, I grew up around the Russians.
You're Russian.
No.
You're Eastern European.
Probably. I don't know what I am.
Well, I like these questions. Ask me the third question.
Yeah, okay. I find it easy to read. At a point, because he likes the questions. We'll explain later.
Got it.
I find it easy to read between the lines when someone is talking to me.
So you mean like if someone is talking to me, I can kind of get an idea of
What I'm really trying to say.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Strongly agree.
Definitely or slightly?
Definitely. Strongly agree.
It's a 10-question quiz. I usually concentrate more on the whole picture rather than the small details.
Definitely agree.
Okay. I would say you're a small detail guy.
Am I?
Yeah, I feel like whenever we talk about something, we're going to go somewhere, we get caught up in like little details of lunch and how we're going to get there and like, should we bring weed?
Yeah, that is a question.
But I'm going with yours.
You're right. You're right.
I'm going to knock you down to slightly agree.
Slightly agree. Okay, that's what I should have done in the first place.
I know I know how to tell if someone listening to me is getting bored.
Well, I'm extremely charming, so no one is ever bored. Okay. All right. Strongly, definitely agree. I can tell when someone's bored.
It's pretty easy.
I'm a comedian.
Yeah. Right. You got to be knowing what people want.
I can read a room.
I find it easy to do more than one thing at once. Multitasking.
I also bartend, so definitely agree.
I find
Service industry.
I find it easy to work out what someone is thinking or feeling just by looking at their face.
Slightly agree.
What am I thinking?
You have to poop.
Yeah. Good job. If there is an interruption, I can switch back to what I was doing after the interruption very quickly.
Definitely agree.
Who
are these people that you're working and you hear a dog bark and you're like, I've lost all my I'm ruined.
Well, I think
it's done working.
I think it's more like you got to get back to work,
Adderall.
but you can't not talk about the dog barking.
You could ignore a dog.
I like to collect information about categories of things.
This seems like an autism.
Just wait till we're done.
Because yes, I do have strong fixations.
Yeah.
So definitely agree.
And then last, I find it difficult to work out people's intentions.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, somebody didn't change the smoke alarm detector in here.
That's the first question you asked me.
Yeah, and you know what? We're having trouble getting back to what we were doing. Since the distraction.
Autistic.
I find it difficult to work out people's
Can we
intentions.
stop and just look at videos of trains?
Dear Lord, show them the next segment. Let me know when you get bored.
Here we go.
It's like you wrote this with me or something.
Oh, that's a good train.
I like the noise on
train.
it.
That's a good train.
They're all freight trains.
Well, of course. There's not a lot of commuter trains in America.
No?
No, it's
what's the percentage you think?
You know the commuter, Amtrak shares, the freight lines own all those tracks.
Oh, and they're just renting?
Yeah, that's why Amtrak trains a few years ago were always delayed, because they had to give clearance to the freight trains. Because the freight trains got...
This is looking like a commuter to me.
That's a commuter. That looks like the shoreline. Why do I know? Am I autistic? Holy shit.
Oh, you know what? No, there's it's open in the back, for cattle.
We're gonna be watching this all day.
That's where they put the Jews.
All right, it's over. It's over. Can we look at the comments real quick? Find a comment that somehow manages to politicize this. Find a comment that's like, Joe Biden wants all these trains to be gay.
Well, he does.
He does want the trains.
I've seen that sign at the protest.
That's a spicy horn. That's a pretty gay horn.
I do like. Oh, it's a city of Watsonville.
St. Paul.
And Pacific. St. Paul is probably one of the worst cities on the planet. I used to live there.
St. Paul, Minnesota?
Yeah.
Why?
I lived there for too long, 5 years. I went to college there. That's why.
100 run-bys. Wow. Good solid transitions on these.
This is like one that you put
that doesn't count though. This shouldn't be on here.
This is like for your child or autistic kid at the park.
Yeah, this is offensive to trains.
Is it?
Yeah, this looks like it's at Cedar Point.
This is like when they put a magician on a comedy show, and they're like, same thing, right?
Well, I don't know. I've seen some pretty good magicians on comedy shows.
Have you? Are they good at magic or are they funny?
I'm not going to disparage the art of magic because I never know when a magician is behind me because they're invisible.
Great
They're
point.
Wizards.
Okay, another question for you. Who gets more pussy, magicians or goth dudes?
I think a magician's just a failed goth,
Well, there's a crossover. Like Chris Angel's a little bit of both. He obviously gets the most pussy, so let's take him out of the equation.
Chris Angel probably out of every human being in the world gets the most pussy.
But it's not the kind of pussy you want. You look at the girls who sleep.
Vegas, kind of like goth.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough to be a goth in Las Vegas.
Chris Angel sleeps with 99% Asian girls.
Do you think it's easier to be a goth in dry heat or the kind of humidity that's in...
I've never worn makeup, so I don't know, but I'm going to say it's easier in dry heat because you probably wouldn't sweat as much.
All right, I'm bored.
Okay, perfect. What are we at?
13 minutes.
13 minutes. Let's see how you did on the autism test. It was an autism test, by the way. A 3. That's really low.
Hell yeah, dude.
We're adding 13 minutes, so let's add 5 to a score and give him an 8.
That would be an 8 right there.
I did a show where you did stand up in front of a therapist, and then at the end of your set,
they tell you what's wrong with you.
They tell you what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And the therapist was like, "Has a doctor ever asked you if you're autistic?" And I was like, "If a doctor ever asked me that, I'm gonna fight him." Swing on a motherfucker.
He's like, "And you get a point for that confrontational."
I'll bro up. I'll be like, "What's up, dude? What are you saying, man? What's up?"
They're just like nonverbal, confrontational.
Knock your ass out, bro.
Time to play a slightly different game. We're going to have you guess the celebrity who's speaking. I'm going to play an audio clip, and then you're going to guess who it is.
Okay.
Are you a billionaire yet? You've got to be a billionaire. I've just been trying to add it all up.
Well, if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't be on your show.
That's Steve Harvey.
That is I don't think that's
Steve Harvey is 100% correct.
Oh. Are you a billionaire yet,
Harvey.
Steve?
We make him louder.
I've just been trying to add it all up.
You can see the mustache when you hear the voice.
I don't like Steve Harvey because I watched that one interview with him where he's like trying to disprove evolution. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I mean, he loves Jesus.
But you can love Jesus, but also, that's why I love Catholics.
Yeah.
You can love Jesus and also acknowledge that evolution happened.
You could love Jesus and diddle kids, and it's okay.
All right, that's so inappropriate.
That one was too far.
It's way too far. How dare you?
Let's take that one out. For the Catholics. No, everything stays.
Everything.
But like,
including the priests and the boys.
Steve Harvey was on the news and he was like, how we gonna come from monkeys? But there's still his whole point. You guys remember that? He was like, how we gonna come from monkeys, but there's still monkeys?
You think while we're talking, you think you could find that for a second? I'd love to watch that.
His whole point essentially is that it's impossible for us to evolve from monkeys.
Well, that's the whole argument of the missing link. We've killed off every other version of a human up until us now.
I feel like that interview was probably really funny because God's probably in heaven just sweating. Just worried.
Just like a Family Guy cut.
Blow the whole thing wide open.
Just like a Family Guy cut. And he's like, he's getting close.
Yeah, he's getting close to the truth.
But if you don't believe in God, I mean, really, you gotta have an explanation for this. You just can't tell me this spun out of a gastrous ball.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, then we were evolved from monkeys. Why we still got monkeys?
First of all,
Funny.
he said gastrous ball. We spun out of a gastrous ball.
Well, I think that's his interpretation of the Big Bang. Which, I mean, I think is actually pretty true. It was like all these gases got together and did stuff. But also, yeah, I mean, his last point is hilarious. How are we going to come from monkeys, but they're still monkeys?
I mean, it's very much a point that would get applauded.
I would much
in
rather
certain
have
parts
heard
of
that
society.
from Cat Williams than Steve Harvey.
Well, yeah, Cat Williams we expect
These
it.
motherfuckers are going to tell me that you come from monkeys.
Joe Rogan.
I would much rather have heard this from...
Yeah.
Who's another celebrity I can do? Trump would have been funny to do that too.
Terrence Howard.
So you mean to tell me you come from monkeys, but there's still monkeys wrote me a beautiful letter.
All right, this one for Trump or Taylor. Nobody knows the music business better than me. I've made so many great deals in music.
Oh, easily Trump because he's talking about his great deals.
It's 2 for 2. That's Trump, man.
Very easy to. I've made the best deals in all of hip hop. I discovered Eminem. Dr. Dre wants to think he's not even a real doctor.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you get bullied a lot in school?
No. I went to like a small. I had like 2 bullying incidents where 2 kids were mean to me.
That's surprising. I thought you would have had a lot more.
I was the homecoming king.
The homecoming king.
Yeah.
Is that like a, let's give it to him.
Maybe. Now that you filled that insecurity in my head. Yeah, I actually never considered that.
Did you ever look back on life and think all the cool things that happened to you were because they were like, that guy's a little bit maybe we should just give it to him?
No.
Did you hear the way he said it?
I wonder that sometimes. I had a.
You can't say the R word on a podcast.
We're gonna bleep it. Don't worry.
You're gonna. Okay, good, because you're being.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can say anything you want. When it goes on YouTube, it gets bleeped, so we don't get demonetized.
Oh yeah, because that 75 cents you're gonna make off of this is.
Well,
really...
no, it's shadow banned more than demonetized. I don't.
Oh, am I shadow banned on YouTube then?
You might be.
I put some wild shit out there.
I have too, man. Did you know you could type into Instagram and look at get words from any comment you've written for like the last 15 years, and it'll look up your handle with the comment, so you can see you did in high school.
Ugh.
Yeah, you gotta check that.
I'm going to do one more Guess the Celeb for you in this bunch right here. Let's do it. I'm going to play the audio clip. Guess who said it?
Why is Boston called Beantown?
Why is Boston called Beantown?
I'm so excited.
What was that giggle?
Oh my god.
Sounded like we were at the aquarium.
That's Mark Wahlberg, but I don't know that first shrill, awful voice.
You shouldn't know who that shrill, awful voice is, and you're absolutely right. It is Marky Mark.
Why is Boston
Marky
called
Mark stays
Beantown?
prayed up. That's why I love
What
him.
is that laugh?
So excited.
What was
to
that
go
giggle?
there.
Marky Mark, a little bit of trouble
like,
because people keep bringing up the thing he did when he was a kid where he beat up like a Korean guy or something.
He beat up a lot of people when he was a kid. He'd run around in his like Calvin Klein underwear and like beat the shit out of people.
Sounds like South.
He was like a troubled teen that became a sex symbol that now stays prayed up.
Well,
He does. You got to stay prayed up. He prays 4 times a day.
that's too much.
He's the most Muslim Christian you'll ever meet.
I don't think 4 is the exact number for Muslims, but
No, they do more, but
Yeah.
he's Mark's only doing 4 because he gets up at 2:30 a.m.
Hey, God.
He has an hour of worship.
God, it's Mark. How you doing? You miss me? I just want to say thank you for that role in The Departed. Really changed my life.
The Departed was a confusing movie for me. I
How
loved
are you
it.
confused by Departed?
I'm going to tell you because all white people look the same, and I couldn't tell Matt Damon from Leonardo DiCaprio from Mark Wahlberg the whole
I thought
time.
you were going to say it's like, well, I was confused because white criminals?
No, it's Boston. They're all white, of course.
Yes.
But I literally, like, Leonardo, sure. Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg in the same movie is like, what are you doing to my brain?
Hey, God, it's Mark Wahlberg.
Well, and it's also
Sorry
weird too
to-
because those roles are supposed to be a little interchangeable.
They kind of were. Like, there's like Mark Wahlberg's like the FBI guy
Right.
who works under Alec Baldwin.
You gotta watch the original Chinese version because Mark Wahlberg is still in it. He just speaks in Cantonese.
Is there really an original Departed?
There is. It's called Infernal Affairs. It's like Hong Kong cinema. It's amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Hong Kong movies.
But it's but Mark Wahlberg's in it.
For real?
No, I'm just making that up.
Don't bleep out his made-up Chinese. We'll
No,
leave that
that's
Mandarin in.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll make an enemy of the Chinese government. I don't care.
I had a weird weekend. I did these shows out in New York, and
New York City or upstate?
New York City.
Nice.
It was a big show, and
Are you ready for the big show?
so I have a place out there now where I live with Eric and Diego. And
I thought we were going to talk about you. We're going to keep me in the loop about
I asked you so many times, you never committed. You can stay there whenever you want, though.
I will stay there.
But I live with Eric and Diego, so I was like, you guys just open and do the show for me. And it was like it was like a big show, and they had like a production and management and stuff. And they're like, "Hey guys, like nothing like too raunchy, like because it was at a big EDM concert. They just wanted to do comedy there." And so we were like, "Cool." I told them, they're like, "Fine." Eric goes up. It's a different kind of show, like big stage, like the audience is like 30 feet from you. And then he got nervous and he got off in like 8 minutes. And then Diego goes on and starts doing normal material, but then like starts bombing. So then he gets up and starts growling at the audience, which made me laugh pretty hard.
How did the audience feel about it?
People started walking out. So then I lit him, and then I ended up having to do 45 at the end because I was like, I gotta get these guys off. And then I did 45 at the end. I'm a little exhausted after that. I leave to go smoke a joint.
Yeah.
I come back. Diego is on stage after the show ended in full drag, rapping. And he's rapping this song called I Love It. Wait, I'm just going to say a couple lines from it. I love it. Put that stupid on my soft penis. And then he has this one line where he just looks at the ground and he goes, "Why is God tempting me?" And I was losing it. I was like, because there was no way I could have imagined the show was going to end and I was going to walk back from smoking a joint and Diego's on stage in drag
So
just
is there
rapping.
still an audience when he's up there?
Okay, so like it went from like 1,500 people to like 100 people, and there is a row of maybe 30 Asians losing their mind. They're rapping along with him. They came up to him after he got off stage. They're like, "That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life."
I've never heard a story that stressed me out more.
It was so stressful, but I can't not stop laughing about thinking about walking back from smoking a joint, being like, "Oh, I'll get my guitar and I'll leave."
That's
and
funny,
there
'cause
he
you're probably
is.
walking to the stage and you're like, I wonder who's on stage.
Yeah, it was like, are they doing karaoke now?
Full drag.
Full dress. Well, that's the weird thing. He did the show in a suit, which means he brought the dress with him and the makeup
That's extra effort.
in full expectation that I might need this later.
Yeah, that's some commitment.
Dude, they make me laugh so hard. Those
I don't
two.
want to stay at your New York place anymore.
You don't. I come home the next day from lunch, and all I hear is, I open the door. "Brad, I'm so sorry." I go, "What?" I'm naked. What?
Is the place clean?
My room is clean. The place is filthy.
Do you guys have roaches?
No, I've made sure of that. I actually the building sprays once every 2
You
weeks.
don't pay enough rent.
But what do you mean the place is filthy?
They like don't clean.
Why don't they clean?
I don't, because they're 25. I don't know.
Why are you living with 25-year-olds?
Because it's cheap.
You're older than me.
No, I'm not. How old are you?
I'm 35.
I'm 34. You old motherfucker.
I'm intimidated by the fear of being average. Trump or Taylor?
Oh, I actually feel that way. But that's got to be Taylor Swift.
Dang, man, 3 for 3.
Well, that's way too insightful.
Yeah, Trump would never be intimidated by feeling average. He would be.
Average feels intimidated by Trump.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
He wouldn't be able to come up with something that smart. I'm very not average. Everyone says so.
Yeah.
I was talking to the Prince of Mumbai.
It's never a Trump line unless he's referencing something somebody else said
Said,
about him.
yeah,
loves a good
everybody says.
$4 word. He loves magnificent. amazing, beautiful.
What's a $4 word?
Yeah, what did you call
It's
those?
not exactly a $10 word. It's like right below.
Is there like a $20 word?
Wouldn't that be an $8
What
word?
is a $20 word?
What did Steve Harvey say?
Gastronomical.
Gastronomical.
You mean to tell me we came out of a gastronomical cloud?
Ladies and gentlemen, coming on the stage, the hottest rapper out of Toronto, Gastronomicon. What was it?
Gastronomical cloud.
I like Gastronomicon, though.
Gastronomicon. Man, I got to fart.
Go for it.
Gastronomicon. What's with the money gun? Can I shoot the money gun?
That comes later.
Oh, my God. Okay.
We could demonstrate it. I mean,
All right.
if
Yeah, demonstrate
Brad's
it.
cool
Can
with
you shoot it from here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
the whole
yeah.
point.
Give me the gun.
All right, here we
No,
go.
do I have to pick it up? You put it down.
No, you don't have to. Oh, yeah, you got to pick it up and put it on the deal. And results may vary. Be gentle because it's been calibrated.
You got to take this thing to the strip club. This thing at Polecats would be crazy.
Okay, but how do I use it?
You
he's
don't.
gonna
You
shoot it
don't.
from
We
there. It's a
do.
button.
We have the launch button right
I
here.
fucked it up. I just did
Nope.
something.
And now it needs to be calibrated back, and now it looks like shitty.
It's stopping. Now shoot it.
Whee!
Oh, look at that one. That's how I poop sometimes.
Nose to the
We
back.
actually take this to a strip club. Why don't we just do an episode? Here's what we do.
An episode of the
That's
strip
where-
club.
Here's what we do. And I'm being dead serious about this. We meet up at about 4 p.m. We drive to Silk in downtown
So
Milwaukee.
specific.
We drive to Silk. They have great cheese curds. We load this thing up with $5 bills, and we let it go.
I'm down. Let's do it.
The strippers would love it.
Yeah,
we should wait.
We'll
what
put
we
some
should
casters
do, what
on
we
it.
should do before we drop this episode is we should go to Silk, and then we'll cut straight from this to us sitting at
That
Silk.
would be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. We could
Let's
stop
just
a
go to
crime.
Silk. Let's just go to Silk right now.
Let's go to strip clubs and do vigilante work.
Let's go to Silk. Let's
Let's
go.
ask them if they've had any petty thefts. And then we go
These
around
comedians will round them up.
and ask questions.
Who's that dude in the corner? Oh, he's Batman, but he just works the strip club.
Your club's Batman.
You mean the neighborhood? No, just this strip club.
We'll have to
Does
start up our
is
own
he
strip club
security?
for it.
No, he doesn't work here. He just stands in the corner.
They just let him in
He
now.
just says things like, "I am the night."
All right, I want you to guess a celebrity for this one.
Okay.
This is. We'll see if you get it.
Tell him to bring out the lobster.
All right.
Tell him to bring out the
This one's for you especially.
I hate this. That's clearly the bane of my existence.
Tell him to bring out
Who
the
is
lobster.
it?
DJ Khaled, DJ Khaled.
Tell him
That's
to bring
DJ
out the
Khaled.
Everybody hates
All
it.
right, I got a couple questions for you about DJ Khaled.
Why do I have to answer? You take him up with DJ Khaled.
No, you're going to
You
answer
might have
them.
some material that has to do with
I
DJ
want to
Khaled.
know if you think this is an act or if you think he's serious.
I think he is dumb.
Well, he's your cousin, obviously.
He's not my cousin. I think he is stupid. He doesn't.
Second cousin, sorry.
I hate you. I don't respect him,
I don't think anybody does.
especially now. He's like the most famous Palestinian American
Person.
outside of maybe a couple other people, but he's
The leaders of Hamas, maybe.
the one that everyone knows, and he's been so silent about everything that's going on. It's very frustrating. He could use his He could actually
Make a
use his
difference.
platform for
DJ
good.
Khaled just shows up on the news, and what is this? And what is this?
He's pointing at world peace. He's pointing at a sign that says ceasefire. And what is this?
And every strike,
There's a
another
picture
one.
of a scarf and like some gefilte fish and a matzo ball. And what is this? All right.
No, but he doesn't seem to do any. I think it's half an act and half of it real. But I don't think it being an act, like Insane Clown Posse, it's an act. Like they know what they're doing.
Do you think everybody in the posse is insane or just the founding members?
I think there's probably some insanity with I forgot his name, Stabby J or whatever.
Violent J or Shaggy 2 Dope.
Violent J.
Of course, Johnny knows all their names. You went through a phase,
He's
didn't
calling
you?
one
I was
them.
morbidly fascinated.
I could see.
I was more really fascinated
at
by
every
them.
gathering of the Juggalos since 2001.
I think the makeup would look good on you, brother.
Okay, hold on.
man.
What is it? Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, right?
Yep.
Well, because when the ACLU got involved with their thing, they like were showing up at events and sounded very cogent and intelligent. It kind of
ACLU?
Yeah, actually, one of the most fascinating things that's ever happened in American law. They caught this kid.
Listen to that setup.
No, it's very fascinating. They caught this like kid. Well, you got to think. Insane Clown Posse is out of the Detroit area, so there was this time where they would catch criminals, and then a lot of them would have the.
Wait, hang on. There was a time when the Insane Clown Posse would catch criminals and do vigilante work?
No. The Metro Detroit.
That's a
Police
TV
Department.
show.
That is a TV show. The Metro Police Department, Detroit Police Department, would catch criminals who would have the logo, the cleaver guy. The hatchet man. So eventually,
Just ask
it went into enough police reports that the FBI got involved, and they were like, "Well, this is technically a gang if this many people have the markings." So then, after you get qualified as a gang, you can no longer sell merch. So they weren't able to sell any merchandise at shows because they were technically legally a gang. So the ACLU got involved and was like, "Hey, this is actually an infringement on civil liberties because they're not a gang, they're a music group, and whether or not criminals who have the tattoos commit crimes has nothing to do with them." I'm pretty sure they actually lost the case initially. I don't know if it got overturned later because they're doing fine now.
Yeah.
But
Well, they don't need the merch. They have giant festivals with fat women that show up and pay the money.
They make
sell
so
the
much
merch.
of their money off of merch. But the interesting thing is when they would do press conferences with the ACLU, they would show up in full makeup because they wanted to have this unified image of like,
Sounds
we're
like
not
a
dropping.
gang.
Well, it's also great press.
Well, they wanted to defend their fans. They wanted to be like, well, the fans who like us, they're not all criminal. I don't know. It's very interesting.
They're their homies.
Yeah.
I also think it's probably a way to defend their anonymity. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, nobody really knows what we look
I
like.
feel like you can just Google and just see them without the...
Them
Yeah,
without
but like
makeup
no
is
one's
the thing.
grandmother's going to Google them. You know what I'm talking
Nowadays,
about?
they would. I could totally
Yeah.
see some 80-year-old bluebird
Flicking the
blue
bean
hair
to
sitting
Scary
at home
J.
being like, who's this? Who's Violent J?
That's true.
Then calling their grandson, being like, you better be careful. There's a Violent James out there.
I always heard growing up, my grandma would send me these things that if you're driving and somebody doesn't have their lights on and you flick your lights back on them to turn it, that they go and kill you.
Why'd you flick the light like it's a clitoris?
You always got to be ready. That's how you flick the light, you know, like on the windshield wiper thing.
I have a if a genie ever asked me if I wanted to make 3 wishes.
That's
Yeah.
them without makeup.
That's okay. Wow, they should put the makeup back on. And go ahead, 3 wishes. This is a good segment.
If a genie was ever like, hey, you have 3 wishes, I only want one, and I want it to be every elevator button, you have to finger like a clitoris. So there's no more buttons. You got to like...
And do you only get to go there if you make the elevator come?
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
All right, we're going to throw another one at you. Who said this? I am God's vessel. God put me here to be the best, to be the greatest. I'm the hardest working, the most inspiring, the most visionary. I'm the best. I'm better than anybody you've ever seen do it. Trump or Khaled?
Or who?
DJ Khaled.
Oh.
Actually, I said that 2 weeks ago at an event. No, that
guys are
was...
related.
I feel like that's got to be Trump, unfortunately.
That was Khaled.
That was DJ Khaled?
That was DJ Khaled.
Wait, is it Khaled?
Yeah, I think.
Khaled.
It's Khaled.
Khaled.
He doesn't
Khaled.
know.
I don't know.
Okay, here's my. Let's go back to the thing where it's if it's an act or not. He has a wife, and I know he makes a lot of money, but she must just be infuriated all the time.
What if she could also be an idiot?
No, I've seen her in a couple of videos where he's like, and bring out the ocean, and she's like, you gotta shut up. It's so funny to watch his wife get frustrated. Their kid is like struggling to get down a slide, and he's like, and what is this?
He married like a very prissy woman from like Naperville.
Yeah.
You got to shut up. It's all day with you.
He's like, can we have sex tonight? She's like, if you rub my back for 25 minutes first. Well, here's the thing too. My favorite DJ Khaled video ever of all time.
This is your white whale, man. You are obsessed with DJ
He's more of a brown whale, but yes.
You're the one with the material on him, Sohrab.
I have one DJ Khaled joke that strongly disparages him.
Is it true though that per your joke that his name used to be DJ Arab Attack?
Him being DJ Arab Attack is 100% true. Whether or not he changed it, before or after 9/11, I don't know the actual facts behind.
But he used to be DJ Arab Attack.
Yeah, there was this was at the time.
You know what his stage name was before it was DJ Khaled? It was DJ Arab Attack. That's a fact. He put that on his taxes. That's what he told the IRS. You know what the crazy thing is? He changed his name to DJ Khaled right before 9/11, which means DJ Khaled totally knew about 9/11. Like he heard the plan and he was like, one plane? Nah, another one. Add another one.
Where being Arab was very fun in the hip hop community for some reason.
Wait,
Yeah.
Soldier Boy's originally his partner, like the dude he would do songs with, his name was Arab.
Yeah,
And that was also the time that they came out with the song Arab Money. I remember
that song.
Can I tell you? I was a Middle Eastern kid in a predominantly white school in the middle of nowhere, Michigan. The song Arab Money had a dramatic impact on my life.
In a positive way?
Questionable, but yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question about that. Would you say you got more pussy before or after Arab Money came out?
0 is the same for both of them. Yeah.
When do you feel like you got, like, what, did you ever have like a period in your life where you're like, this is probably the most I'm ever going to get?
I don't know. I mean, I've been with the same lady for a long time.
Yeah,
so
I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Ashley. But, okay. My favorite DJ Khaled video ever is him getting lost on a jet ski.
I know all about that.
And then using all of the battery left on his phone to film Snapchats of himself being lost on the jet ski.
What is it? The Coast Guard had to come rescue. We wasted so much taxpayer money on him.
On rescuing him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right.
He was just on Snapchat being like, help! Can one of my followers, that's got to be so funny that you have 2 million followers on Snapchat, but it's not a single one of them can help you when you're stranded in the ocean.
Because at least 10% of them own boats in Miami where he was, for sure.
He is out of Miami, that's right.
You're right. He used to be a big like Arab hip hop merger in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Do you remember Brother Ali?
I do remember Brother Ali.
The white Muslim.
Yeah. He's great, good rapper.
He was a really good rapper. There was Brother Ali, and he was part of the Rhyme Sayers crew. I'll always remember him because I saw him for the first time. I went to Soundset, which is like the Rhyme Sayers concert they put up in Minnesota. It'd be like Atmosphere and Action Bronson, and Brother Ali was there.
I love Action Bronson.
Dude, did you? Oh, you didn't go to the concert with me. I think you were out of town. I hang on. I'll get there in a second. But I remember seeing Brother Ali, and he looks like an albino black person with like Muslim like garb on, and I just was like, I was really high, and I just was like, couldn't take my eyes off of it. I was like, something just seems so
on
strange.
Stage, not at a restaurant where you just keep staring at the poor guy.
Will you pull up a picture of Brother Ali? And while you're doing that, Action Bronson, favorite concert I've ever been to. I get there. We're trying to wait out the openers, right? Show starts at 8. We'll show up at 8:30. Action Bronson shows up at 8:45, gets on stage, no openers, does 45 minutes of music. I have no idea how much time goes by. I'm like, okay, great concert. I get to the bar next door to wait out the traffic. I look at my phone. It's 9:23.
Whoa.
And I was like, this is
amazing.
He does concerts for people like him. I don't want to be here all night.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait through the openers. I don't want to deal with traffic. I got my New Balances on. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah.
That's Action Bronson.
Here's 7 songs. I'm going home.
Yeah. There he is. Doesn't he? He looks too white.
He looks like he's going to come into my bar and ask me for a sour.
Yeah, he does.
Like a sour beer or something.
He looks like a comic I remember from
He looks
my
like
past.
every white comic I know.
Do you remember the guy who owned the Wit Theater a long time ago?
Well, let's take more autism quizzes.
Yeah. I only had the one.
Whose desktop is this?
It's Johnny's, and this is all Rammstein. I've asked him about it before. He loves Rammstein.
Yeah, they're my favorite. They put on a good show.
I think you might be the only one to say they're my favorite.
Du hast mich.
To him, that's like bringing up like.
Yeah, they got better songs than that.
Didn't he just get canceled?
No, there
Who
were
hasn't been canceled?
There were allegations, but nothing substantiated.
They were allegations. What was it for?
It was accusing them, and these are just allegations, it was accusing them of sending teams out during shows or just before shows to find the hottest women and then to bring them up to
They
their
all
rooms.
do that, though.
Yeah.
kind of a pussy if you don't.
Oh my God.
Metal and rock are sort of like the last vestiges where Me Too is sort of making it sweep through.
Well, it's are they forcing the girls to come back, or they're like, hey, do you want to hang out with the band?
I don't want.
I think
edit me out of this conversation.
I think it's.
I'm just saying, what were those girls wearing?
Oh my God.
Oh my
Edit me out of this conversation.
Let's just do one more Khaled or Trump. All right. I'm the best. I'm the king of the thing. I'm the king of culture.
That one is unfortunately probably DJ Khaled.
Yeah, and you're right on that. 4 for 5, Sohrab.
Trump would never say I'm the king of the thing.
Yeah, he would say.
He'd know exactly what the thing was.
I'm
He
the
was
king of the king of everybody.
Yeah.
I also have a couple of other guests of celebs if you want to run them.
Let's do one more.
I always had a big butt. I can see mine from the front. Like at certain moments, like I'll be in the mirror, I'll be like, it's pretty cute. in
Megan
my
Thee
opinion.
Stallion.
But thing is like,
Nicki
it's like a
Minaj.
peekaboo to like what's
your guess?
next. So like once you see
I
it
don't know.
from the front, like that's all cool. But like
Doja Cat.
I always had a big butt. I can see mine from the front. Like at certain moments, like I'll be in the
This
mirror.
is
I'll
like
be
brain rot content.
I do. I know. I like her a
in my
lot.
opinion,
I like her too, but
thing
like,
is,
I like
it's
her music a lot.
peekaboo
Genius
to,
for putting
what's
this on.
next. So,
Can I?
like,
Can
once
we
you
see what her
it
butt
from
looks
the front,
like?
Yeah, type in
that's
Doja
all.
Cat's
I feel like
butt.
now we gotta know.
Let's see.
You've never seen her butt? She's got a great body.
I've never seen. I've seen her like in like social media videos and stuff. She's very. I love her music.
Yeah, she's got a good body.
Oh, dang.
Wait, if you're not Mexican, why do you keep taking me to that Mexican restaurant, Kabapi?
That's a Persian. Fucking dick. Oh my God.
Right? She got a big butt. I don't love the shaved head, but what are you going to do?
What are you? You're not gonna do anything about it.
No.
You're not gonna do a goddamn thing about it.
And what
She's
oh, yeah.
All right. What's the second one?
You want to run the second one? All
Yeah.
right, here we go. Let's do it.
Hey, do you want to get dinner tomorrow night? Laid? You were going to say laid.
Well,
That's
I
over
was
for
hoping.
you.
It is, isn't it?
I'll have dinner with you, though.
Should we?
Yeah.
Can you get me laid?
All right, either one of them.
I don't know either of those.
All right, play it again. I'm going to guess.
Okay.
Hey, do you want to get dinner tomorrow night? Laid? You were going to say laid.
Well,
That's
I
over
was
for
hoping.
you.
It is, isn't it?
I'll have dinner with you, though.
Oh, one of them is that asshole who
Can you
was
get
in
me
American
laid?
Sniper, wasn't it?
Yeah, I hear Bradley Cooper, and I might also be hearing, like, Matthew Perry. I don't know.
Yeah, oh, may he rest in peace.
Hey, do you want to get dinner tomorrow night? Laid? You were
Jimmy
gonna say laid.
Jimmy Carrey.
Jimmy Carrey.
Jimmy Carrey.
Dinner with you, though.
And I think he's holding an iPod from the
you get me
90s.
It does look a little young in that one.
What is that from?
I have no.
That's from American Sniper.
Was Jim Carrey in that? That was a funny movie.
I hate you.
Have you ever seen the David Cross joke where it's like an old one, but he's like, saw Schindler's List. Not that funny.
Oh my god!
It's just popped up on my TikTok. All right, so Rob, tell anybody what you want to tell them.
What the does that mean?
You know, tell them what you want to tell them.
Tell them what I want to tell them.
Yeah.
You know,
Where are you going to be next?
I pray 4 times a day. I'm doing the Chicago Theater on September 13th.
Are you really?
Yeah.
With who?
Baseb Youssef.
I don't know him, but that's oh, I do know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We'll come to
September
that.
13th.
Yeah.
What else?
When is this going to drop? I mean, what can I plug?
Probably Monday.
Yep.
This upcoming Monday?
Yep.
Like a week in like 6 days.
Well, I was going to say I'll be at Laugh Factory on Friday.
We'll say it anyway in the event that it comes out earlier.
I'll be at Laugh Factory on Friday.
That's the
This
25th
this
or
Friday,
something.
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
What day is it? No, today's the
It's the
20th,
20th.
and it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
21st. 22nd. Yeah, you right. You right.
Yeah, you right.
When you right, you right.
Okay, let's not end this on Black Voice.
If you could have come out of the gastronomical ball and there's monkeys, we came from them, but there's still monkeys. What are you gonna do?
I would much rather have someone else do that than him. Any other celebrity.
Yeah,
You mean to tell me we came from monkeys? Monkeys wrote me a letter. They said we didn't do it.
I'm okay with people not believing in evolution. I'm not okay with people thinking.
So you mean you motherfucker
Yeah.
mean to tell me?
Yeah. Well, how is the evidence that if we came from monkeys and they're still monkeys just disproving everything.
Well, I think his point is that how are monkeys still here?
Okay.
But also he's boiling down all of evolution into we came from monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, you have Indian elephants, you have African elephants.
Jesus Christ.
When we
All right, let's box.
Yeah. Oh, that's how we should end these.
Box.
Yeah. The gloves are right there.
Yeah.
First one to bleed loses.
That's a great Rammstein song.
Yeah. I used to like him before he really did all that with those ladies. You know what I'm talking about at the concerts when he would have people go out and do stuff? Are you protesting? Protesting my speech? You testing the grounds?
It's like being a wrestler. Do they have one of those things here?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them all around.
Still recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go use that.
All right, we're going to end it here. I'm going to sing the song. Thanks for coming, everybody, to the podcast. Pretty good.
You can hear those.
Yeah, that kind of hurt. To the podcast. We love you in Chicago Fabrication. Something about a terrarium. All right, have a good night, everybody. It says Tyler's Terrarium up there. The movement from you getting out of here is insane. I'm not even looking at you. Just seeing everything move around you. All right, cut it. All right, we're done.